Hey guys, Zephyrnix here, and I just hold on, guys. We're gonna talking really fast. We've got 10 minutes, a lot to put in 10 minutes, so let's go ahead and knock it into out. Truth sent me free left a list, and I was going to do the list and just tag, but I decided instead, why not do a video? It's not like he was really trying anyway. First of all, his thing was, he says, I don't have a clue why cross game chat and other multitasking features haven't been on a PlayStation 3 yet. One reason could be easily due to the features that it was not. I got to paraphrase. That it was not in the beginning of launch on PlayStation 3 and they have to go to the back catalog. That's actually very incorrect because cross gaming chat has nothing to do with the games really themselves, but more so about the operating system. It was embedded into the operating system, then it would work very easily. I know Sony knows this. I know they know this. In fact, I'm beginning to think that the reason why you don't have it right now is not because of the power of the self-processor, but simply because they want you to pay for it. That is possibly what the situation is, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I will go on record to say I'm not 100% sure, but that could be it. Number two, 360 could do things better / faster simply by using smarter / better software operating system. But that software is tied to hardware. Now, he used the word could, meaning that it can't, it can if it wanted to or something like that. So I'm not sure exactly where he's coming from with that, but if he meant could as in the actual word, or he just screwed up really if he failed English. But the thing is, though, the 360 actually does do things faster and simple, faster and better than PlayStation 3. It really does. That's my problem. The PlayStation 3 with this super fast multitasking cell processor that you guys are ranting and raving about, I don't see the power. Now it's funny because all you guys want to sit there and you want to hate on me. Oh, Zephyrnix, you're an idiot. Why? I didn't say anything wrong about the PlayStation 3. I just said that I don't see the power. And Sokyo, and make it worse, you guys making Sokyo look bad. Sokyo looking very stupid right now in my eyes because he was sitting there praising you guys for, oh, you guys are smart. Obviously not as smart as you may give them credit for, Sokyo. You might want to look into that. Anyway, number three, you have to, what is it? Oh, you give credit. Oh my God, this is another English disaster right here. You gave credit to Blu-ray and knocked the cell as if Blu-ray wasn't installed. Blu-ray is hardware. Well, I do remember actually giving props to Blu-ray because of what Blu-ray can do. I remember doing that. I've done it in a couple of videos. You might want to pay attention, or I don't know, maybe shut the fuck up and listen. You might learn something. But anyway, he also said that an example of this example of the cell advantage in this generation is Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2's animations. Look how smooth the transitions are. And also he added, do you think Killzone 2's physics and graphics were enhanced by the cell? Obviously, you guys know from the way I'm saying it, I'm going to smack it out the park really fast. But let's get to the first one. Now, Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2, did it have, was that due to the cell? Well, couldn't be due to the cell, the animations, because the Xbox 360 and the PC can do the exact same thing in terms of animations. I mean, what the hell? Gears of War had good animations too. A lot of systems, a lot of games have good animations. What are you talking about? And if they can do those same animations on the 360 and the PC, that's not showing any form of advantage on a PlayStation 3. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that advantage. You have yet to show me that. And by the way, I mentioned that on the freaking video that Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2 were not advantages, yet you decided to go ahead and make yourself look stupid anyway. That's okay. You're good at it anyway. But you also asked me, do I think Killzone 2's physics and graphics were enhanced by the cell? No. I hate to break it to you, but they're not. Why? Because the graphics are due to the uncompressed textures on the Blu-ray, and the physics were due to the enhancement of the Havoc engine. Havoc engine, by the way, is software. I just wanted to let you know that. On number 4, you said that I used the phrase the devs said that they matched out the power multiple times now. That's never correct. That is absolutely correct. It's actually was stupid of me to say that. It was. Well, see, here's the problem with that, though. You know why it was stupid of me to say that? Because I know better than that. PlayStation 2 and the PC have shown me that with software, you can push the hardware way past its limits, thus making hardware a lot less important than software. F-Y-I. Number 5. Kojima didn't say anything about how the PS3 wasn't as powerful as he thought, laughing out loud. Shouldn't even put that stuff. You always look stupid when you put that. He said that it wasn't powerful enough for him. Let's go ahead and read a couple of things here. Now, first of all, I'm going to read a quote from Kojima. Of course, I'll put the link at the bottom since PS3 fans, apparently, they believe the bullshit that Truth Sent You Free wants to spell out. which is plentiful, but everything else that someone says is against truth setting free, they want to see links. So there you go. Quote unquote from Kojima. I remember 3 years ago, we wanted to create something revolutionary, but we couldn't because of the CPU. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. You guys can read it. But the cell engine, we're using cell engine to its limit already. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing the PlayStation 3 machine. It's just that we weren't aware of the full spectrum that the PlayStation 3 had to offer. What does that mean? Well, they had to get the original specs from somewhere. So what happened is that obviously Sony, because when you're a developer, you have to do two things. You have to know your limitations, as well as get the tool set. And the tool set's supposed to come with, with the limitations. So therefore, if the tool, sorry, I read something here and I need to see that Metal Gear Solid 4 trophy update. Anyway, so yeah, he had got the specs from somewhere. PlayStation, I would guess Sony. Where else would you get the specs from? Aside from that, let's read this. This is another from Kojima, from 1UP. 1UP said, how much is the gap between the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3? Now, I just found this recently, by the way. He said, do you think that Metal Gear Solid 4 can technically work on the PlayStation 3? I'm doing the Xbox 360. He says, and I quote, yes, it is technically possible. I want to express, first of all, that it's not that I don't like the Xbox or the 360. That's a nod to those guys who were saying, well, the Metal Gear Solid 4 teased the Xbox 360 because he hates it. No, he doesn't hate it. He says it right here that he doesn't hate it. It's just that last year, our hands were tied with Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm going to have to paraphrase. I'm running out of time. I'm going to have to paraphrase, and everyone else got their hands on the 360 tools. We were doing Metal Gear Solid 3. We finally finished Metal Gear Solid 3. The new tool set for PlayStation 3 came out, so we decided to jump on that instead of working with the tool set that everyone else had already. That is the only reason why I used. That is the story behind the PlayStation. That is the real story behind the PlayStation 3. Of course, you are welcome to check out the link. He also says, that's interesting that you think you can do this on a 360. And he says, and I quote, maybe some nuisances or small details here and there might be different, but I feel that hardware is no longer a matter. I'm just talking about the PlayStation 3 to 360 and the PC. The revolution is a different story. Yeah, he's right on all accounts. So there you go, buddy. I thought I'd help you out with that. Yes, I'm scratching my nose. Get over it. Even if you want to say the PlayStation, he says that even if you want to say the PlayStation 1 and 2 were successful due to the software games, you would have to see that you are talking about games that are tied exclusively to hardware. Incorrect and stupid. It's funny because guess who proved that wrong? PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 absolutely. Oh crap! And the Wii absolutely tore that a hole into that particular one. Put a hole definitely into that one. Why? Because it's not so much tied to the hardware, but more so but the brand. If it was tied to hardware, emulators wouldn't be possible. If it was tied to hardware, we would not be able to play Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 6, 4, 112 on the PlayStation Network. Or we would not be able to play Double Dragon when it was on through Xbox Live Arcade, on the Xbox Live Arcade. There's some things we couldn't do if it was actually tied to hardware. FYI. I would not be able to play Lunar on my PC if it was tied to hardware. And the finale was this. He said that the reason why the PlayStation 1, on another video by the way, he said that the reason why the PlayStation 1 and 2 won out, their console wars, perspectively of course, is because the business practices that Sony used. Congratulations, you son of a hypocrite. You are the biggest hypocrite I ever met in my life, Truth. Being this, you want to sit there and praise Sony for their business ventures and how, the business practices. However, here's a problem. Didn't you hate on Microsoft a while ago for putting exclusive time with Grand Theft Auto 4? Here's a problem with that, though. Sony brought exclusive time with Grand Theft Auto 3 when it was out. Not only that, but Sony was the first one to ever do that. Now I can go into other things, but I'm just going to cut it right there. Congratulations, buddy. Not only did you prove yourself stupid, but as a hypocrite as well. You have a good night, guys. Zephyrnix is peace.